Hey ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And today I am joined by my good friend Cody from the channel DracDoc.
How you doing, guys?
And then Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Both of their links are going to be down below. And in today's episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at a fragrance by the company Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This one is called Baccarat Rouge 540, so stay tuned. This fragrance was released in 2015. The perfumer, of course, is Francis Kurkdjian, and he has always worked on other various companies, Jean-Paul Gaultier being one of the more notable ones, and he decided to branch off and form his own line. Since then, he has put out a lot of really great fragrances, Aqua Universalis Forte, Cologne pour le Matin, the list goes on and on. And this is a 2015 release that actually has two concentrations to it now. This is the Eau de Parfum. Both of these gentlemen have reviewed the Extrite as well, so I'm going to leave links to those videos down below. But I suppose since I don't actually own this, this is your bottle. So Carlos, thank you for bringing it and allowing this to happen. So I guess I'll just start with you guys. What do you guys think of the smell overall?
So I like the smell. It comes off very... I want to use opulent, if you will.
Yeah.
It's very enveloping. It's very out there and kind of right up in front of your face. Very pleasant overall. It's the same sensation that I got from the Extrate version, if you will. Yeah. Only there doesn't seem to be that drop off that I experienced with the Extrate version. So yeah. Very good. Very positive.
How about you, Carlos?
I think it's a very distinguishable fragrance. There's a certain level of sweetness, but it's like a sweet, woody type of thing and slightly burnt sugary as well.
Yeah.
There's no mistaking it. I've been at events with you where there are hundreds of people wearing fragrance, but the ones wearing this stick out the most. Like, somebody's wearing Baccarat Rouge for 540. Somebody
that is true.
And I just love it. I don't know. I can't tell you why I love it. It's an odd smell a little bit to me.
Yeah.
It's not something that I always gravitate to, but there's just something about this one that...
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah,
it's really good.
This is one where my cousin Nissa out in San Francisco, she's a lawyer and she's not really into fragrances. Same thing. Had her smell it, and this is what she was targeting. Like I kept showing her other fragrances, and for some reason she stuck on this, both this one and the Extrate. But she was hooked on them. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, this one definitely has a likable quality about it. A couple years ago in 2015, I attended a masterclass in Paramus, New Jersey that was hosted by Francis Kurkdjian. So he was there for about an hour and he was telling us about the creation of the fragrance, how it came about, a lot of the ingredients contained therein, how delicate some of these ingredients are, where when it comes to transporting the fragrance from, like, I guess, the warehouse where it's sourced to the distributor, like there's a time crunch and whatnot. And he just spoke about it with so much passion and fervor and enthusiasm that the message really transcended. And I remember I was so eager to try it. And the moment I put my nose on it, I sort of promised myself that I would buy myself a bottle. And to this day, 2 years later, I haven't. And every time I do smell it on somebody else, like Carlos said, I'm always like, why don't I have this in my collection already? But it has a lot of really unique notes in here. It has some synthetics like ambroxan, and Evernel is another ingredient which is supposed to be a synthetic oak moss. It's very pungent in its aroma. I personally pick up on some aldehydes just because it has this crisp, effervescent quality about it in the opening. But I'm not entirely, I don't remember if it's in there, but maltol, right? Which kind of has like that caramel-like, sugary quality about it.
Gotcha.
And it's so transparent, but in the best way possible. It's transparent, but it's not. It's just like, it's like airy. It diffuses.
Yeah.
Like, it's not coming, the words aren't coming to my mouth. It has a weightlessness about it, but yet it's there and present.
Yeah.
And noticeable and perceivable by everyone around you. But never hits anyone in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is perceivable for sure. Carlos and I attended the Fragrance Foundation Awards this year, and we smelled this on at least 4 people.
Yeah.
And every time we were like, they're wearing Baccarat Rouge.
Somebody's wearing Baccarat Rouge.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, as far as the comparison to the Extrate, it's a gorgeous, stunning red bottle. Like you just need it for that alone.
Yeah.
And the juice was very good. It was definitely very good. But I felt happy with just owning this one.
Cool.
I didn't feel that there was that much of a difference per se.
So I know a lot of people talk about the longevity. Typically, what did you get from the X-Straight?
The X-Straight, if I remember correctly, was like 6 hours or so.
Yeah, like a ballpark. It was like 6 hours?
Ballpark, roughly 6 hours. I know that's longevity, but the weird thing about the X-Straight is X-Straight peaks hot faster.
Yes.
It peaks quicker and is a better scent as it peaks, but it drops a lot quicker and it's less consistent. So it drops. It's not the same. What you spray on initially is not the same thing that you're going to get throughout the entire fragrance.
And this stays on your skin. It lingers. It lingers for a good part of the day.
Yeah.
Like just when you think it's gone, and then you'll get a whiff of it all of a sudden out of the blue.
Yeah. So you guys heard it. This has a steadier progression. It is a lovable smell. It's something that is very unique, which is why it's so distinguishable when you can smell it on other people. And it truly is a melange of notes, from the fir to the evernote to the cedarwood to the saffron. I mean, there's a lot going on in here. So if you're interested, I'm going to leave links down below to where you can further research it. Base Notes was pretty reliable for us today. So we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. That was our concise review on Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I always welcome feedback, so if you own or have tried this scent, please let us know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels. Once again, Cody from DracDoc, Carlos from BFL. Links are going to be down below. And any closing words?
No. Well, I mean, outside of the fact that I would actually prefer this fragrance over the X-Straight. More solid of a fragrance.
I've been hearing that.
And I would say to try first. I haven't heard too many negative things about it, but I have here and there in all the Facebook groups that we're in. There have been some not so positive remarks, but for the most part, most of my friends adore this one, and I know that I do. So
yeah, and despite me not owning it, it still is one of my favorite scents. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and
I missed you so much.
We will see you in the next episode. Take care.
Take care,
Later, guys.
See you.